TitleMatchNetwork.com.
From Texas, you left Texas and you went up to work for Verne for a little bit, right?
No, I went to North Carolina for
Crockett?
Right. Yeah.
What are your memories of that?
Hungry. Well, when I say hungry, I didn't make any money, but,
right.
But I wasn't just really hungry, but
right.
Didn't make any money. My biggest week there was $800.
Right.
And I stayed there 3 months.
Did they put you with JJ? Was he your manager? Who's your
JJ wasn't there. Tom Jones.
Paul Jones.
Paul Jones.
Paul Jones.
Okay.
Yeah,
Paul Jones. Yeah, he was managing me then.
No, Dusty was the booker, right? At the time? What are your feelings on Dusty Rhodes?
Dusty and I have always got along, but I don't think Dusty was interested in me then because he didn't do nothing with me when I was in the Carolinas, and he just didn't have any interest in me. That's why I didn't do good.
Now I remember one of the matches you worked was with Magnum TA, and they edited the match. I think it was one of the bashes. Was it
first bash at Charlotte
Bash
Stadium?
85.
Yeah, I remember that match. And Magnum came over to me and told me, they want me to catch you with the belly belly. I said, who wanted you to catch me with the belly belly? He said, Dusty Rhodes. I said, well, tell Dusty that I ain't gonna do that. So Dusty came over. Magnum went and told him. So Dusty came over. I guess he thought I was gonna change my mind. When Dusty came over, he said, they say you want to see me. I said, no. I said, I told Magnum that I wasn't gonna do no job. Well, we do them for y'all when we come over there. I said, no, Dusty, you ain't never did a job for me. And he hadn't. So what they done, he said, okay, just do a DQ then. So what they done, they edit the match. And they had what Magnum gave me the belly to belly. And I didn't see this, but I heard a lot of people say that they said on television that this is the way Magnum TA beat Kamala.
Huh.
With the belly to belly. But they couldn't show it 1, 2, 3.
Right.
And that's what I heard. I never did see it.
Right.
Was there anybody else that you ever refused to do jobs to?
Not really. I refused to do a job for the Japanese promoter, the promoter himself. I refused to do one.
Would that be Baba?
Baba?
Yeah, Baba. I refused to do one for Johnny A's. And I told him, I said, for one Japanese that I would do a job for. And that was Jumbo Tsuruta.
Right, Jumbo Tsuruta.
Yeah, I liked him, and I did a job for him in Japan.
Did that affect you at all because you're telling your boss you don't want to do jobs for him?
Because I would tell my boss.
Right, with Baba.
Baba was your boss. Yeah,
Baba was sending messages back and forth by the referee. Tell him to be nice and do a job for me. Because, see, the thing was, they promised me they were going to use me, but when Abdullah came back, they wanted to shit on me.
Right.
So I told him, I said, you go and tell Baba that I said I'm not going to do the job. The referee go, he right back again. Baba said, please do the job. Don't you want to come back to Japan no more? I said, fuck Japan. I don't give a damn if I don't come back no more.
Huh.
He went back and he told him. He came back, he said, Baba said it's his anniversary. Please do the job for him. I said, you go and tell Baba. I said, fuck his anniversary. It ain't my goddamn anniversary. I ain't doing shit. I said, you tell him his goddamn arms ain't big enough. And I didn't do it.
Right.
Road Warrior was there. So I didn't do it.
Did it cost you your future bookings with All Japan?
Yeah, but they still brought me back, which was maybe a year later.
Right.
I still wouldn't do no job.
Right. How did the whole thing with Abdul get resolved? Like, because you wouldn't do the jobs, and they brought him back.
I remember once they wanted me to do a job for Johnny Ace. Me, this other fake Kamala, and
Ben Peacock. Ben
Peacock. All of us sitting around, just us 3 black guys in the dressing room together, in one dressing room. So the referee came and told me, so Baba said he wants Johnny Ace to go over on you. I said, no, I ain't going to do that. I said, I ain't going to do it. And I went and I told Johnny, I said, no disrespect to you, but I'm looking out for me. I won't do the job. And so the referee came back and he said, Baba said, he needs you to do the job for Johnny East. You won't come back to Japan? I said, well, hell, I don't live here. Fuck Japan. So Abdullah was sitting there like this, because he ain't nothing but a damn big Uncle Tom. No way. He was sitting there just like this. So when they left out of the dressing room, they're me, Ben Peacock, and Abdullah. Abdullah said, now they gonna think I told you not to do the job. Look, when the referee come back, me and Ben gonna be trying to get you to do the job, and then you said no. And I said, if that's what you want to do, we'll do it. Big funky. I didn't call him that to his face, though, but I'm saying that a big fat funky son of a bitch. So I said, all right, if that's what you want to do, because I ain't scared. When the referee came back, Abdullah them, come on, Kamala, do the job. Do the job. I said, no, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. That satisfied Abdullah there. I said, he's scared of his job. I ain't.
I'll ask you more about Japan in the future. Also, you worked for Verne Gagne and Wrestle Rock. Any memories of that?
Yeah, I don't forgot who I worked with on that show.
I don't remember. Slaughter, maybe? I think it was
Slaughter, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, he's a sweetheart to work with. That's the only time that I ever worked for Verne as I can remember. So I don't have a lot of remembrance of that.
Okay. And you did Crockett, NWA, we covered that. Now, when you went over to work for Vince, how did that come about? Who approached you?
Vince Sr. had told Andre to tell me that he wanted me to come when I finished in Texas, but instead I went to Crockett Promotions.
Right.
So anyway, they was looking for me after I went to the Crockett Promotions, so they got Gary Hart to get a hold of me and told me to call Vince. So I called Vince. I called, direct to Vince. And he told me, said, man, what you doing down there? So I thought you were supposed to come here. The old man had died. Never did get a chance to meet the old man.
Right. Senior.
Yeah. So, yeah, Vince Senior. So anyway, I gave him a call and he said, I want you up here and I want the guy that's with you too Friday.
Huh.
So that's how I got to WWF.
Was it true that when you were in the locker room that Andre would make racist jokes and stuff?
No, I never heard him. I can't remember hearing him make a racist joke around me. But he made one around Bad News Allen, I heard. But Bad News got on him and stopped him from doing that. But I can't remember him making any racist joke. I've heard of him making a lot of them, but I never heard them myself.
Now, when you first got into the company, WWF, of course, their audience were huge compared to some of the territories that you worked. Yeah. What was that like, working in front of a huge crowd for the first time?
Yeah, well, it really didn't bother me a lot because, I had been in front of 12,000 people at the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, so it didn't really bother me a lot, but it was, 20,000 was a lot different from the 12,000, so it was amazing.